Hoy es el principio de una nueva era. Espera, te lo mostraré. Di adiós a los Kingsman.
I think it's fun to play anybody who determines their own rules and their own world. And, you know, she's someone who lives in a world of her own making and is desperate to be legitimate, you know. So I think her megalomania and her desire to kind of to be out there, you know, I mean, all of that was, she has absolutely no constraints on her personality, which is fun.
Bienvenido, Stitchman. Somos tus primos americanos. Vamos a trabajar codo con codo.
I think what I liked is that she has, she's interested in outward appearances. You know, she wants to look great. She has interesting, colorful clothes. She's created this interesting, colorful world around her, and it's all kind of a celebration of a utopian America. You know, an America that doesn't really exist. It's an America that exists in TV and in movies. So you realize she's very outwardly focused. You know, it really is about what you see on television. You know, so that to me I thought was interesting. And there's a big difference between being active in your career and being like getting right out of school and starting. It's important to know that success is your engagement in your work. I think honestly you only feel successful when you feel creatively satisfied and engaged by what you're doing. And I think if you always look to whatever the outward symbols of success are, you won't ever feel that way. It has to do with how you feel, I think, in terms of your engagement in your life.
Tenemos inteligencia, destreza, una comba.
I've always been more compelled by story and narrative and what's happening in a particular world that you're creating than wanting to be, I was never one of those people who wanted to like sing a song or wanted to do a dance or wanted to actually perform. I just never liked it. I liked, I liked the idea of how you kind of create a narrative and how you tell a story. I have 4 picture books in one series and another kind of book about being first generation, and then I have 4 early readers. It's something that I did when my kids were little, and now they're, so I was sort of interested in that.
No puede ser.
He's just he's a wonderful, great friend of mine. He's somebody I really just love to be with and spend time with, and he's a great actor. And I think that the only downside of this is we really didn't get to do much together. We were only in a tiny, tiny bit of the movie together. I actually don't really watch my movies very much, but I watch as I am. When I'm working on them, I'll watch playback because that's the only way, I'll watch it to see how it's working. But then once it's done, it's done. I don't really watch it. I think most actors will tell you, I think we tend to like the making of the movies more than we do the watching of our own work. I like to watch other people's work, but not my own, not so much.
Los modales hacen al hombre. ¿Sabéis lo que significa?